Hey folks, this is Lucid and welcome back. It is turn 59, I believe, in the Ubar game. And yeah, so we have Kathy Ames, our pretender god, walking around casting Blood Fecundity, which, pretty fitting spell for Kathy Ames to cast if you have read East of Eden, which is, by the way, what the game is called. Okay, and then we found a maze here. We did arcane probing, didn't find anything. Site searched manually, of course we found something. And the maze is really nice. It's a 2 pearl site, so very excited about that. We corrupt 2 pale one commanders, a black harpy, an earth reader, and a banshee, and another earth reader and an engraver. So we got a pretty good haul here. Yeah, 3 Earth Readers. Very nice. Thank you, AI, for making those. Some of these are actually useful cross paths. Not that we don't have, but we don't have much of. Like Earth 2, Fire 1 is nice. Earth Water, we get on our Marids later. And then Earth Death is really nice for Shade Mail. So those are all pretty good. And we've got this fort under siege now. I don't know if there's anything here I want to show. Oh, shit. Agarth is AI, and they summon their god back, and it murdered my dudes here. Which sucks a little bit. I don't think he has regen or anything. My goddamn Watcher is missing all over the place. An asshole. Well, we're going to send somebody in to clear that up. And then there's a battle in Ulm. And we're seeing what he's got. He's got a god in his army. And I'm looking at what he's got. So he's got a gate cleaver here. He's got... I think this is a hero. And it's a very particular sort of sharpness that does bonus damage versus larger. It's very scary. I don't think I noticed this when I did the turn. This guy with a bunch of gems. I'm not actually sure what this would be for. I don't know what his research is. Could be mass protection. That would be pretty reasonable, I think. Hard to know. This guy with the Scultata Volturnus. Very nice shield. And then this dude probably to do Legions of Steel and Strength of Giants on these dudes. And he's got his Pretender God. If I get elfed, I swear to God... trying to take back his capital from elves. Very funny. But yeah, we pinged this because I want to see. I think these guys were hidden. Yeah, basically this whole force is hidden. He'll see a little bit. We got attacked by Soltorn here. I'm not sure what that's about. Anyway. Yeah, we're going to YOLO in here and attack it. He's got it cracked. And there is no way in God's green earth we're going to let him take this. Because he is out of the game. He's got 4 provinces. It's turn 59. He's been a bro. I mean, he helped me take Rus. But, I mean, there's no... I mean, like there's liking the player. And then there is, you know... This is a kindness for us to go ahead and put him out of the game here. He is a literal 0% chance of winning. And we have a very low percent chance of winning, but any chance of winning we have will involve us taking this from him. So we will actually put his land to good use, whereas he will put his land to the purpose of not winning. Which is fine. I mean, he's playing his own little mini game, trying to fight, keep back in the game. You know, tons of props to him. It's just, he's been beaten down so hard, it's not really going to work. We lost a Shaitan here to a Warrior Smith. I think he got Frozen Hearted. This is normally what happens when I lose these guys. That stupid casting AI, yeah. Fucking murders me. I think turn 1 Incinerate's a lot better than Elemental Spam, is what I'm kind of figuring out. We can see Kailasa up here. And we've also kind of gotten the works. I mentioned this last time. We've kind of gotten the works. Kailasa and I are going to go after Airmore next. And Pangea said he may help, but I don't know how much he's going to help. So we'll see. And you can see I now actually kind of have a Kailasa border. So anyway. I don't think I actually have anything here. Actually, I can't remember. We'll have to see. I don't think I have my full turn orders loaded for this turn. So we'll go ahead and, rather than me speculating on what I did, we'll go ahead and pull up turn 60. And we'll see what actually happens. And this is going to be a cool turn, because we've got this battle with Ulm. I'd like to tell you how I scripted it, but I don't remember. So we'll just look at what I did. So we've got a box formation, skirmish formation of these archers. We've got some Jin. We've got this guy with a bunch of fire gems. He's probably going to make a lot of fire elementals. We got this guy. I'm not sure what I would have him scripted for. Maybe fire elementals. This guy with the gate cleaver, some earth gems. This is probably to be a thug. This lady with air gems for air elementals. I guess this is anti-magic. More air elementals. Fire elementals, maybe. Actually, I'm not sure. Pillar of fire from those dudes. These guys probably making fire elementals. I think it's mostly going to be elementals. So let's take a look. On his side, and our archers are pretty effective here. They don't have shields, and he doesn't have arrow fend or anything. Oh man, that falling fire just did work. Got pillar of fire coming down. Blade wind hurts. Now these guys are jumping in. They'll do good against these axe warriors. What they will not do good against is these thugs with moon blades and all sorts of shit. We got air elementals running around. His thugs are starting to close in, and if you look, these guys in the front are going to start dying. And this guy shouldn't have too much trouble. He's got Spirit Side. I don't know if that's built into the chassis or what, because I don't think it's part of his bless. Could... no. Yeah, I don't think it's part of the bless. Well, no, it's not. He doesn't have... Alright, so most of the troops are gone. And the air elementals, they just kill things so fast, especially with the pillar of fire coming down. We'll look at the battle afterwards, see how many our mages killed. And now we've got this dude with the gate cleaver, who is basically tooled up to kill his god. And his god did, just murder some Jin, but... as soon as we get through that mirror image, he's going to be in deep shit. Okay, and there it is. There's this guy, too, who's all thugged up. That's kind of causing problems. He's definitely killed a few dudes. But he's getting hit with Incinerate right now, so he's probably not long for the world. He's retreating, too, so his combat stats aren't phenomenal. They're still pretty good. He'll definitely kill another Jin. Oh, never mind. He gets squished by an air elemental. Okay, and then this dude just did 50 damage to the god. The god's trying to run. He's quickened. But can he escape? This was the dude who I think buffed up the army. Yeah, he got hit with the gate cleaver again, and then yoink. So, if we look at that, we lost 8 Jin, and then only 14 dudes. And we got a bunch of gear. We got a gate cleaver, vine shield, armor of knights, chi shoes, or key shoes, frostbrand, firebrand, boots of quickness, dancing trident. I mean, that was a very good haul. Killed all his dudes very efficiently. Yeah. Ulm's capital is now going to be ours. So we're going to go ahead and storm that this turn. And I think I'm missing next turn. I could go download it, but I don't think too much is happening. We're going to go ahead and raid this. And we'll put ourselves to the work of finishing off Ulm. Kailasa, it's funny, they send me a note, and they're very disapproving of the fact that I killed... And they sent it to me in a way like... I don't know, semi-threatening. Like, you shouldn't have killed Alm or something like that. I was like, okay, glad you feel that way. Thank you, sir, for your thoughts. But we're teaming up for the next war. Don't be intimidated by people being mean. Be like, oh, you shouldn't do something. I don't know about that. I'll do it if I want to. Do not let other people control your diplomat too much. But, you know, be mindful of other people. But there's no reason. Like, you can't stay small. Like, you should be mindful of other people. I mean, yeah, I mean, you should be mindful of other people in general, especially in the case where you're going to be big and coalitioned. But in this case, there's nothing to worry about. Anyway. Don't be just... You have to know when to listen to people and when they're bullshitting you, I guess, is part of it. We've cracked this. We're going to go ahead and storm it. And I don't think we have it yet. I guess it's not coming in. Oh, it's Death Side too. Arcane Probing. Oh, we found another maze. Very nice. So our astral income's starting to creep up. 14 is not bad. And I think that's about it. I think that's it for this turn. Let's go ahead. We're going to skip one. We're going to go to turn 62. Because I'm a little too lazy to download them. And they are... if they were really interesting or something, we would get it. There's going to be a few that are missing. Some of that's going to be fine. Rim Mountains is my new cap. Thank you very much. That's so funny. So Rim Mountains is where he's got his other fort. We're joking about the player. This is Agrippa, who is renowned for capital defense. And so I was teasing him that, which it's true. I've lost huge stacks trying to take his capital before. But anyway, he is notorious for being able to defend a capital. So you can see last turn we took it, and then we started moving this way. This turn we sent these guys on top. And they're going to now corrupt everybody inside. But yeah, anyway, I was joking with him. If I let him have his cap back, I'm never going to get it. So might as well take it before he gets buried inside of it. So we summoned a Troll King, and I want to have better Earth access around here. And we've got a boatload of Earth gems because of Earthblood Deepwell. And you can see we're sending the 10 Earth Gems to Pangaea every turn. And we're getting the 10 Fire Gems from Kailasa, so we've got an interesting little gem trade going on. And yeah, we've got this big army here, which we're going to go ahead and put on top. I think we've got Flaming Arrows and some other things scripted, so if he sticks his head out, yeah, he's Flaming Arrows. There's going to be a bunch of Elementals and Flaming Arrows, and it'll just generally be a bad time for Ulm. I don't think there's much he can do in this situation. Kailasa also was happy to move in and vulture some of Ulm, which was a little unfortunate. Yeah, and some of you will be watching the tournament game. This Kailasa right now is being played by the guy playing Bandar Log. So he likes the Monkey Nations a lot, and he's pretty big. He's probably, I think Airmore and Pangaea are in position like 1-2, and he's probably in a very distinct but close position 3. And I'm probably in a somewhat distant position 4. And then everybody else is basically getting to be out of the game. TNN's basically dead. Yeah. So we've kind of made it. We're to the last 4 people, basically. And I mean, we're not great, but if you look at our score graphs, guys, like we're making a comeback. We're getting land. This is our income. We're getting land. Our gem income's pretty high. I don't know where other people are, but I mean, our gem income is pretty high. Our research, we've got the things we need. Dominion is growing. Army size is growing. We're kind of doing okay, guys. We're kind of doing okay. So anyway, we want to come here and take this, and the sooner we have this, the better we'll be set up to deal with Airmore. And the way it's going to work is I'm still like very much a fourth tier power. And so as such, we'll let the hungry big fish take the first bites. So we'll let Kailasa start chipping at him. And then once he's chipped at him, I don't have a nap with him. So once he's chipped at him and we're ready, we'll just attack. But for now, we're going to do this. And I think this turn or maybe last turn, I made a deal with him, with Airmore to get some gear. Because I need to get... I don't see it here. Oh no, I've got it this turn. He sent me... I borrowed a Ring of Wizardry from him. And I paid... it wasn't a kindness. I paid him a bunch of gems for it. And this is going to allow me to get a Robe of the Magi. I had empowered this guy in blood, and then I put all my blood gear on him and a hat. I can't remember if I had to empower him once or twice. 1, 2, 3, 4. I only had to empower him once. So anyway, he can make a Robe of the Magi. And then with that Robe of the Magi, we can potentially make multiple Robes of the Magi, and that will fix a lot of our magic path access issues, because a lot of times we're like one path away from being able to hit something, and that will fix us up quite nicely. He sends Pan is sending a black harpy inside. There used to be 30 of these dudes here, and we've literally killed all of them except for 4. So I think Pangea is going to take that now. And we're going to go ahead and take this. Oh, we had a battle here for this fort. Oh no, that was last turn, I guess. We had a battle here for this fort. There was not much inside. We took it. So Agartha is dead. We're going to come over here and snipe this Helheim thing. This might have been Airmore's before. I'm not even sure. Oh, and okay. So Kailasa is already fighting Airmore. I couldn't remember if that had started yet. And I don't have a... I don't have a nap with these guys. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to move them on top. And we'll just go fishing. I don't know whether I'm going to get... I don't have a nap with either of these guys, actually. But I think we're just going to go fishing and see who we get. And if we get Airmore, great, because we're about to fight Airmore. If we get Kailasa, then that's too bad, because, we were trying to get Airmore. I think we were trying to get Airmore. These guys are going to hide and wait here, and these guys are going to sneak over here, and then I think we're going to try to get a bunch of them all at once. So that's that. What else? Not much. Let's go to turn 63. Turn 63. A lot of this, I'm not showing you, but okay, we're doing Blood Bowl. I really want to find... That's kind of cool. Devil's Den, you can enter some in Devils, which I think we start doing immediately. We are trying to find a blood discount site. We want one pretty badly. We get a message from sir, that is my new cat. Please leave. Thanks. Oh, I love that. Let's take a look at our research. We just hit Alt 6. This is going to give us darkness and some other nice things. There's a lot of good stuff for us at Alt 6. But for stuff that doesn't have Spirit Sight, which is not much. We've cast Blood Fecundity again, this time in Agartha. Go ahead and get those Growth 3 scales. We tried to steal a Shaman. Tried to steal a Warrior Smith, didn't work. Here, I actually don't know where this is. Oh. See, this had a Helheim flag on it last turn. I don't know. I guess there was no PD here, and then Airmore took it first, and then we took it back from him. He had 2 augurs here. I don't know. I just see an elf flag, and I moved my guys there. I think, like, when I've come back and recorded it, I knew that was... I knew that this was probably Airmore's. A, because Airmore mentioned it to me in the game after I took this. But B, it's somewhat obvious when you look at it. But at the time, I didn't actually notice. I just saw, like, a Helheim flag, and I was like, oh. Okay, and here we're corrupting some of these guys. And I don't know whether we'll get inside the fort or outside. I don't know, we're not corrupting here. We probably should do that too. Be really nice to steal one of these augur elders. I kind of need, we don't have great astral access. I really need to steal some astral mages. And I don't have a nap with any of these guys. So if I do happen to hit them, it's not like a violation of anything. But we are going to be working together to attack Airmore. Okay, so these guys are moving back. Where's Kathy Ames coming? She's coming down here. I'm not exactly sure for what purpose. Maybe if you're taking this out? Not actually sure. On this front, we've got, I think we've cracked, no, we haven't quite cracked it yet. We're doing a bunch of corruption, though, on top of this fort. And we've got these trolls moving in, who'll be very helpful in finishing this off. Yeah, we're moving on top of this Airmore fort. Yeah, I don't know why we're not corrupting here, because I definitely should, especially given that we're attacking Airmore outright this turn. We're going to be moving a bunch of Shaitans onto Kalem's capital, which is owned by Airmore. And we will be corrupting a bunch of those dudes. So yeah, we're going to basically start going in, not super fast, but, you know, reasonably quickly we'll be going in on Airmore. Now that Kalas is making hay, we don't want to be too late to the party. Ideally, I get as much of this as I can. You know, we can see down here, Yogis and Earth Elementals going to town. Guessing they're spamming Body Ethereal, yeah. Pretty effective. Trampling Elementals, very nice. A little very cheap raiding party. So yeah, we're gonna start going to town. Once we take this army will move in and probably go for Kalem proper. We're getting more blood hunting places set up right now. This is blood hunting. This was blood hunting. I think this is still blood hunting a little bit. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to get one set up on this throne. It's kind of about the right population. And, yeah, we're going to need some chaff, though, to patrol. So we're going to do reanimation. We'll get a Mound Fiend or a Mound King or whatever here, too. We're spamming out Arcane Probing still. We're getting more of the Adepts of the Silver Order. And yeah, getting Astral Income up is something we want to do. If we take a look at our sites, you can see we still have a bit of work to do on Astral. We still have a bit of work to do on Water, too. Death we've done pretty good on. Earth we've done pretty good on. Fire and Air we've done excellent on. Nature we still have some work to do. And then Blood we haven't done much. So anyway, that's kind of where we are for site searching. But a lot of this stuff, like as we get new land, it's, I don't know. Like Sakanay is pretty good about site searching. So are we going to want to site search his lands if we get them? I don't know. Maybe not. But I think us going on Sakanay this turn will be a bit of a surprise for him because we've been very friendly with him. But he's also in like position 1, kind of. And it makes all the sense in the world for me to piggyback on top of Kailasa's attacking him and try to grab some land. Like, if nothing else, I need some of his mage paths. Like, it'd be really good to steal some of his dudes. So, it makes all the sense in the world for me to do it. And it doesn't really make sense for me to attack Kailasa. I have a very small border with him. It would make sense to attack Pangaea. And he didn't really Diplo with me so much, but he might have been able to talk me into it. The thing is, like, Pangaea is probably in position 1, but I can't fight Pangaea alone. And he can't fight Pangaea while he's fighting Kailasa. So I don't think there's really a world in which I attack Pangaea right now, but maybe there's some way he could diplomance, like them going on Pangaea, everybody going on Pangaea. And then I would probably join that rather than go after. Basically, I have to go. This is the thing. I have to be a third wheel, right? So, which is not how I play Dominions normally. I'm very happy doing 1v1s most games. I'm just not very strong right now. So I have to be a third wheel. So I can't go after Pangaea, and these two are fighting, and I can't stay the same size, so I have to attack one of them. It really only makes sense for me to attack Airmore. Like, me getting this is way better than me going, like, and spaghettifying out this way somehow. through, like, it doesn't make any sense. So in some ways, there's not even much decision for me to make. It's just kind of obvious. And when that is the case, it also means it should be somewhat obvious to your opponents. Like, the Diplo will unfold pretty naturally. The thing about us doing this, all three of us fighting, is Pangea is now a free agent. So he can backstab whoever he wants. The thing, though, is I am still somewhat of a vassal to Pangea, just in the sense I'm now strong enough that I'm actually a real player. I'm not just like an empty kind of... I'm not somebody who can only defend their cap and their cap ring, which is kind of what I was before. Like, I felt pretty confident defending my cap, but I didn't feel like a real player. Now that I kind of am, the vassalage thing starts to slip out, because it's more like, okay, I'm actually have a shot at, winning the game. But that being said, I will support Pangea as much as I can in diplomatic endeavors. Like, if we're going to go against... Like, here's what I'm kind of thinking. I'm thinking we go against Airmore, and I get a nice bit carved out. And then Kaelasa's going to be position 1 or 2. Pangea will be position 1 or 2. And I'm going to be position 3. Depending on if Pangea gets in and eats a lot of Airmore, if he doesn't, it might actually put Kaelasa into a higher position. So I was thinking, like, I would team up with Pangea next on Kaelasa. And because I'm not big and scary, almost everybody would want to team up with me against the other player, is how I see it. So anyway, that's kind of my plan, which, that's, I think, all in accordance with vassalage. But if we get Kaelasa beat down too much and Pangea is getting close to winning, I would turn on Pangea too, because we're not trying to throw the game, but we are trying to, support our bro. So anyway, that's that. I don't know if there's any battles here we want to watch. Oh, this is kind of cool. Here's one of Airmore stacks that Zach is running around with. So it's some garbage. He's got a golem with a pretty cool thug kit. Lantern shield. I guess he's worried about assassins. He's got a bunch of afflictions. He's got a lich here. He's got this guy. He's probably going to hop in a communion, do like fog warriors. Yeah. I don't know. These guys are going to be really tough. And these knights are very good. Like, look at that. Look at those combat stats. 23 defense. Quite good protection. Air shield. Fog warriors. Regen. I mean, these are scary dudes. Kaelasa. It's one of Kaelasa's bigger armies. Take a look. He's got a bunch of these Cynocephalian warriors, which are pretty good. They go berserk, which is a pretty good trait when you're worried about morale plays. And Airmore's certainly going to have a lot of morale plays they can do. They can do Wailing Winds pretty trivially. Wailing Winds has been coming out in this game for like 20 turns. It is not new news, it's old news. And we see Pangea finally taking this throne, it looks like. That didn't take very long. So yeah, this throne's Pangea now, which is not really great. But it is what it is. Yeah, Pangea is scary, dude. God, this nation gets a little crazy in the late game. But some of this is just me knowing what's about to happen. I'm just like, oh my god, I see it all. It's all. This is me from the future coming back and recording. I'm like seeing it all start to happen again. I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, if I were smart and playing to win, I would have probably tried to. I don't know how it would have worked. I would have tried to find somebody to fight Pangea with me, rather than. I would much rather help kill Pangea than help kill like Airmore. But Pangea was a bro, and we didn't. But just looking at this, I totally should have. I totally should have. And we find a bunch of scouts. And I think that's going to be it for this episode. We're 30 minutes in. And yeah, we will see you next time. Later, guys.